Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Matthias Nech from Frosted Games, looking at Revolution of 1828 by Stefan Feld. This is final artwork, not final production.
Yes.
As we look at the game in your two-player line.
Yes.
Yes.
In the historical two-player line.
Historic two-player line. It's very specific.
Yeah, I mean, I released 13 Days in Germany, and I released High Treason. Mm-hmm. So this is the next game in that line. Okay. But this time it's not licensed. I bring it myself.
Okay, bring it yourself. And we revisit U.S. election.
Yes, the U.S. election of 1828 started in the U.S. election of 1824, when there were two presidential candidates, and Andrew Jackson got the most votes, but it wasn't 50%, so the House decided we give it to somebody else because his dad was already president.
Okay.
Which resulted in the revolution of 1828 with the founding of the Democratic Party, the first party in the U.S.
Okay. And so now we are reliving this revolution.
We are reliving that election because it was the first presidential election with a smear campaign.
Okay.
Already 200 years old, and it resulted in one of the worst presidents of the US up till 2 years ago or so.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing in the game? Who do we represent in this?
We just represent two candidates.
Okay.
It's not that it's asymmetrical or in any way. It's quite symmetrical. Both players just try to go to certain areas and have some pre-election time and try to get the delegates on their side and win the electors.
Okay.
So the delegates are chips here. The electors are these meeples. Mm-hmm. And what you're doing is, when it's your turn, you take any of the chips and put it onto your side. So I can take this chip and put it on my side.
Okay.
And then you say, I take this chip and put it on my side. Then if I take the last chip from a region, I also get the elector.
Okay.
And it's again my turn.
Okay.
So now we also have these smear campaign markers. These are jokers. I can put them anywhere, wherever I want. Okay. That gives me, of course, more options and more pressure on the other one because he doesn't know where I might put them. But they have some drawback. Let's come to them later. Okay. On top of that, there are also campaign actions, which allow us to do certain things like I can steal a delegate from you, or I can give you one of my smear campaign markers, or I can do another turn, or I have to force you where you need to take next turn, stuff like that. Okay. After the board is cleared, all the chips have been taken, we start with the campaigns. Whoever has more campaign action markers gets 3 votes. Okay. Then we look at each of these 5 regions. If you have more delegates than your opponent, you get 1 vote. Okay. If you have all the delegates, you get 2 votes. Besides that, if you have the elector, you get 1 additional vote for each delegate you have. Okay. So under this situation, that could be 2 for the majority, for the monopoly, and 3 more for the elector. It's 5 votes, it's a lot. After we went through all these, we remove all the chips from the game, except for the smear campaign markers that goes to the press. And if you get the editor, you now lose 1 vote for each smear campaign marker you have directly to your opponent.
Okay.
So you want a lot of stuff. You want these jokers because they are hard, but you don't want to get this guy because then it really costs you.
Okay.
You play 4 rounds, then the back is almost empty. And whoever has more votes is elected.
And what carries over from round to round, if anything?
Only these.
Only the smear.
They stay there for the rest of the game.
And so each round, someone is going to get the editor and get increasingly penalized, depending on what they do.
Depending on what they do.
That's right. They could play clean.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything bad.
I don't know if they will win in that case, but...
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Matthias.
You're welcome.
Review, Revolution of 1828, coming in, I believe, April
It's currently at the printer. It should be in around April, yeah.
April 2019. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.